Hello students, I am Ms. Rasna Lakhotia and I welcome you all back to the biology class. So today let's learn about semi-technical description of a typical flowering plant, that is the floral formula and floral diagram. So various morphological features are used to describe a flowering plant. The description has to be brief, in a simple and scientific language and presented in a proper sequence. The plant is described beginning with its habit, vegetative characters, roots, stem and leaves, and then floral characters, inflorescence and flower parts. After describing various parts of flower, a floral diagram and a floral formula are presented. The floral formula is represented by some symbols. A floral diagram provides information about the number of parts of a flower, their arrangement, and the relation they have with one another. In the floral formula, BR stands for bracteate, K stands for calyx, C stands for corolla, P for perianth, A for androecium, and G for gynoecium. And G and a underline under, okay, sorry. And if it's G with the underline, okay, then that is for superior ovary. And if a dash or if a line is above G, that is for inferior ovary. Okay, and you can see the symbols for male, female and bisexual plants also. Okay, and actinomorphic has a sign like a circle, and in between or inside the circle you can see a plus sign over there. Okay, and zygomorphic are represented by the symbol of percentage. Okay, that is for zygomorphic nature of flower. And fusion is indicated by enclosing the figure within bracket, and adhesion by a line drawn above the symbols of the floral parts. So a floral diagram, it provides information about the number of parts of a flower, their arrangement and the relation they have with one another. The position of the mother axis with respect to the flower is represented by a dot on the top of the floral diagram. Okay, calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium are drawn in successive holes, calyx being the outermost and the gynoecium being in the center. Floral formula also shows cohesion and adhesion within parts of holes and between holes. Okay, the floral diagram and floral formula is the floral diagram is represented there in the diagram also here in the slide. So here we will learn about description of some important families of plant. Okay, the first one being the Fabaceae. This family was earlier called Papilionoideae. Okay, a subfamily of family Leguminosae. Okay, it is distributed all over the world. All these legumes and all comes under this family. So here are the vegetative characteristics and floral characters of family Fabaceae. Okay, so what are the vegetative characters? These are maybe trees, shrubs, herbs and root with root nodules. Stems are erect or climber. Leaves are alternate, pinnately compound or simple, leaf base, pulvinate, stipulate, reticulate venation. Okay, you don't have to remember all of these things. You have to know about the floral characters. Okay, and then their diagram. So what kind of inflorescence you can see here in family Fabaceae, that is racemose. Flower is bisexual and zygomorphic. What about the calyx? They have sepals are 5, gamosepalous, imbricate estivation. Okay, and corolla, they have 5 petals, polypetalous, papilionaceous, consisting of a posterior standard, 2 lateral wings, 2 anterior ones forming a keel. Okay, that is enclosing stamens and pistil, and the estivation is vexillary. And they have 10 androecium, that those are diadelphous. Anther is diathesus. Okay, gynoecium, they have ovary, the ovary is superior, monocarpellary, unilocular with many ovules, and style is single. And the fruits are legume, seed one to many, non-endospermic. So what are the economic importance of this family? So many plants belonging to the family are sources of pulses like gram, arhar, same, moong, soya bean. Okay, they are edible oils. dye, fibers, fodder, ornamentals, okay, medicines. So most of them has many economic importances. Okay, next family is the family Solanaceae. So in this family you'll mostly find plants like potato, and what is that, brinjal. Okay, they all come under this family. It is a large family, also commonly known as potato family. Okay, it is widely distributed in tropics, subtropics, and even temperate zones. So let's see the vegetative characters. So plants, mostly herbs, shrubs, and rarely small trees. Stems, they are herbaceous, rarely woody, aerial, erect, cylindrical, branched, solid or hollow, hairy or glabrous. Underground stem in potato, that is Solanum tuberosum. Leaves are alternate, simple, rarely pinnately compound, exstipulate, venation, reticulate. Okay, and what about the floral characters? Inflorescence is solitary, axillary, or cymose, as in Solarium. Flower is bisexual and actinomorphic. Calyx, its sepals. 5. United, persistent, valvate estivation. Corolla is 5 petals, united, valvate estivation. And androecium has stamens are 5 and epipetalous. Gynoecium, they are bicarpellary, syncarpous, ovary is superior, bilocular, placenta swollen with many ovules. Okay, and fruits are berry or capsule, and seeds many, they have many seeds and endospermous. Okay, you can also see the floral formula written over there. And what are the economic importances of this family? So many plants belonging to this family are source of food, like tomato, brinjal, potato. They are also spice, like chili, medicine, that is belladonna, ashwagandha. Okay, they belong to Solanaceae family. And they are fumigatory, that is tobacco, ornamental, petunia. Okay, and the third family that we are going to learn is Liliaceae. You can see the floral diagram here in the slide as well. So by the term Liliaceae, only lily, it belongs to this family. Okay, so commonly called the lily family. This is a characteristic representative of monocotyledonous plant. Okay, it is distributed worldwide. So what are the vegetative characters? Those are perennial herbs with stem, underground, bulbs or corms or rhizomes. Okay, leaves mostly basal, alternate, linear, exstipulate with parallel venation. What about the floral characters? The inflorescence is solitary or cymose, often umbellate clusters. Okay, flower are bisexual and actinomorphic. Perianth, which means it has tepals. Corolla and calyx, they are not separated, okay, or not identified separately. So perianth is tepal, that means tepal is 6, 3 plus 3. Okay, often united into tube, valvate estibation. Androecium, that is stamen is 6, 3 plus 3. Gynoecium, that is tricarpellary, syncarpous, ovary superior, trilocular with many ovules, and exile placentation. So you can see all these three families, Fabaceae, Solanaceae, Liliaceae. In all of this case, Gynoecium are superior. Okay, and all of them are bisexual. Okay, so you can also see in the formulas, all of these three family, they are bisexual and Gynoecium are superior. Okay, so in this Liliaceae family, fruits, those are capsule, rarely berry. Okay, seeds are endospermous. So what are its economic importances? So many plants belonging to this family are good ornamentals like tulip, gloriosa, okay, and sources of medicines as well, like aloe vera, okay, or aloe, and vegetables like asparagus and colchicine, that is medicine that treats diseases like or sickness like gout. Okay, so these are about the floral formulas and the floral diagram. So you have to remember this, the for floral diagram shown here for all of these families. Okay, and also you need to know the floral diagram. So thank you all. I hope the chapter is clear to you all. I also want you all to thorough read your NCERT book along with the examples. Thank you.